Hey guys, how y'all doing today? I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. You had a chance to get with some family and just make some memories and just enjoy it and everything. But it is back to it, kitchen talk time with Granna. I'm back up in here, ready to just have a little conversation with you guys. I didn't do anything for Thanksgiving. I didn't cook anything, guys. Nothing. This is the first. This is the first year I didn't do anything for Thanksgiving. I went out to my daughter, got a plate for me and Dad, came on back home, turned on the TV, got in front of that TV, and just watched Lifetime all day Thursday, all day Thanksgiving. That's it. That's all I did. But today I decided to get back in the kitchen this morning. I was up in the kitchen early. I decided to make some homemade chicken and dumpling. Yeah, some homemade chicken and dumpling. So I got the chicken, cleaned it up, washed up my chicken, and I used chicken thighs with the bones and the skin on it. So I, washed that up, threw that off into the pot, chopped up an onion, chopped up celery. I had got a carrot and shredded just a little bit of carrot in there to give it a little color, and some bay leaf, all that off into the pot, So this is not one of those 30-minute meals, not the way I made it today. It's not a 30-minute meal, but it's still a good one-pot meal, okay? So let that boil, and it's gonna take your chicken at least an hour, maybe hour to hour and 15, 20 minutes to boil, and you want it to boil to, it's just basically just falling off the bones, okay? So did that, took it out. Once it boiled and it was coming off the bones, I took the bones out and took all the skin out of the broth, took the skins out. Now I did boil this with chicken broth. I didn't just use regular water. I just bought me a container of chicken broth, box of chicken broth, and pulled that off in there and let it boil with that. And the only season I put off in there was just some black pepper and just a pinch, y'all, just a pinch of sea salt, because I gotta get away from that sodium and that salt. I gotta get away from that. It ain't agreeing with my cholesterol and all that. So I just put a pinch of sea salt in there. Let that boil, like I said, about an hour, 15, 20 minutes. Coming off the bones, took it off the bone, took the skins out of the broth, and shredded it up, shredded it on up a little bit, put it back on the stove, and then I made my dumpling. I just took my flour, a little bit of salt off in there, a little bit of baking powder off in there. And normally when I make my dumpling from scratch, I use shortening, a lard. We used to call it lard. I use the Crisco shortening, and make it off in there, make that dough up and roll it out and cut it up in pieces. So today I decided to use some olive oil. It was kind of hard to mold it and get it to where I needed it to be, but it worked out. Rolled it up and cut it up into pieces and dropped it off into my broth with my chicken and let that come to a boil. And that's going to be another about 10 minutes to boil. And yeah, that's what I did. Let me show you guys my chicken and dumpling. You see that? I don't want to turn it up too much because I don't want it to waste, but you see that chicken and dumpling? You guys see that? Yeah, see if I can get that a little bit closer. And you can see those carrots off in there, right? So that's what I did, made me a nice big pot of chicken and dumpling. Let me go ahead and taste it because I haven't even tasted. Let me see if I can get some dumpling. The chicken is really just shredded to pieces. It's just shredded to pieces, so, here's a little spoon of it right here. Look at my chicken just kind of hanging off of it. You might can see that carrot off in there. I don't know. But there you go, off in there. Let me get a little bite. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Ginger ale, guys. No wine. So that's what I threw together this morning. Like I said, it's not one of those fast 30-minute meals. I mean, you can make it into a 30-minute meal if you want to take some shortcuts. And instead of buying your fresh chicken and boiling it, you can get a rotisserie chicken, debone it, and put that off into your chicken broth and let that cook with the chicken broth because your chicken is already done. Or you can put your whole rotisserie chicken off in there and let it boil, then take it out and debone it. But I think it would be easier if you're gonna go that route to debone it before you boil it with the chicken broth. And then you can put your celeries and your onions and your bay leaf or in whatever season you want to put it now. You know, if you want to put your salt, seasoned salt or garlic powder or whatever it is you want to put in there. You know, like I said, me, myself personally, I got to cut back from that sodium. So I just mostly now season my, dishes that I'm making just with pepper, which is cool. And then you can, instead of making your own dumpling from scratch, you can get a can of biscuits and just, you know, open them up and just cut them up and put them off in there once your chicken has cooked a little bit in that broth. Now, if you go that route, you're gonna cut down at least half of that time. You're gonna get down to about 30 to 40 minutes if you go that route because your chicken is already done. You're just putting it into that broth and then they combine with that broth and your onions and your celery. And then you're gonna put your biscuit off in there. So that's gonna cut the time in half. You know, you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking that shortcut. But when I make like dumpling and you know, chili and soup and stuff like that, I want to use the fresh ingredients, or I want to do it the old-fashioned way, you know, and that's a little bit of time consuming. So that's what I did this morning. You know, it was on my mind, got up early and just got it going and just knocked it out. And it's good. It's good. Now this pot of dumpling would definitely last me at least 3 days. It will last me 3 days, which is fine because after that third day, I'm tired of it. I'm done. And now this is something that only I will be eating because Dad is not gonna eat chicken and dumpling. You know, Dad, and I've talked about it before. Dad, aka Greg, I've talked about it before. He's like a city boy. I'm a country girl. And I like the country cooking. I like the pigtails and the pig feet and the neck bones and the chitlins and, you know, I like all that. You know, your ham hocks and all that, and you know, I like that. And I often joke with Dad, especially in our younger years of being married, because I came from the country and I came from cooking big meals because I have a big family. So I always had to cook a lot, and I've been cooking since I was like 7, 8 years old. So I always had to cook a lot for us because we was a big family. So I was gonna joke with Dad, like, what did y'all eat? You don't eat this, you don't eat that, you know? And he was like, well, you know, my mom, she cooked that stuff. You know, she might cook some neck bones or some pig feet or something, but when she cooked that stuff, that was for her and my dad. And she would always cook me, my brother and my sister, fried chicken or fried pork chop with maybe some mashed potatoes or maybe with some green beans or, you know, something like that. She would always cook a whole different meal. I wasn't brought up like that. You gonna eat the meal that's cooked and that's what you get. You get nothing else. You know, it ain't like you got choices, you know? So I joke with him about that, but I mean, I have gotten him to try a few things, some of this country cooking that I eat, but not too often. And like this dumpling that I'm gonna be eating on for the next few days, hey, Dad is gonna be all for self. He'll figure out what he want and he'll pick up what he wanna eat, but I'm okay with that. Because like you said, you know, opposite attract. And we are definitely opposite of each other in so many ways, but it works. I mean, we've been together 40-some years, so it works. See that? Look at that. That goes, you can see a carrot right there. That's good. You know, when I make chicken and dumpling, I don't need anything else to go with it. I don't need nothing. This is a whole meal right here. Yeah. So that's what Granna got going on. I'm gonna sit this over here to the side for a second. When I get done with you guys, then I'm gonna jump up into this right here because I'm not going anywhere. It's a little chill in the air today. And I just really don't have anything to do. I thank God that I can just sit back and relax and not have to, you know, go out anywhere or do anything or be on anybody's schedule. I'm on Granna time, and that just works really great for me. That works really great for me. So that's it, you know. I do want to say, you know I started off when I'm talking about my chicken and dumpling and everything, but I want to go ahead and thank you guys. Thank all my people out there, everyone that takes time out of their week every week to sit down and check out my videos and, you know, send me comments. And every time you hit that subscribe button and become one of my followers, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, guys. It means a lot to me. It makes me feel like something I'm doing every week to come into your home and come into your space is something that's interesting to you, or something that you just want to, you know, give your time to me, you know, for these few minutes that I talk to you guys. So I appreciate that. I really do appreciate it. You know, I started this journey almost 2 years ago. It would be 2 years in January. And, you know, when I started this journey, I was all about trying to build, you know, get all these subscribers, get all these followers. Wow, why ain't nobody watching my videos? You know, what's going on? Why people won't just hit that subscribe button? You know, it doesn't cost them anything. All they got to do is just subscribe, you know, come on. And I had to get that out of my head because, you know, everybody is not into social media. And then there's so many different social media platforms out there when it comes to social media, when it comes to YouTube and just on live FaceTime and Twitter and TikTok and all this stuff. You know, it's hard to win over your audience and to keep them weekly to tune in to you. So it's a lot. This is basically like a job for me every week because I have to come up with things to talk about. I have to think about things before I say them because I ain't trying to offend nobody or anything like that. So it's a lot. So I appreciate you guys. I really do. And I am proud to say at this day, right now, while I'm talking to you guys, I have over 800 followers. That's a big deal to me. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of you guys for the support. I am so grateful for all the support that you guys give me. Okay, so I don't want you to think for 1 minute I don't appreciate you guys. So I wanted to just go ahead and throw that in there while it's on my mind, you know, because it's constantly a blessing to be able to draw you into my world for just a few minutes weekly. And it's a lot of work, and I enjoy doing it because I'm a people person and I like talking to people. I love talking to people. And even though I'm country and sometimes I know it's hard for y'all to understand what I'm talking about or understand my language, it's all good. It's all good. I ain't fun. I'm not fake. I'm going to talk the way I talk, and that's just what it is. So thank you guys. And I'm grateful that 99% of my comments that I get from you guys are so good. So much good feedback and everything. So yeah, just want to thank you guys for that. And I'm approaching my 2 years, and I don't know what I got coming up or what's going to happen next year, but I'm excited about it. I'm excited. I'm always excited to try something new. Okay. But let me just go on, wrap it on down with this little chicken and dumpling. That's what Granna put in the kitchen today. I was up in the kitchen. I made this chicken and dumpling. Hey, try it out. If you want a little bit more, you didn't get all my little details of how to make it, you can inbox me and I will send it to you. But hey, I'm about to throw down with this chicken and dumpling, okay? All right, guys, I'm about to get up out of here. Make sure you go back, show Granna some love, hit that subscribe button, share my video with your family and friends. I appreciate you guys. If you're going to be out and about, be safe. Take care of yourself. Be kind to people. Wear your mask if you choose to do it. It's your business. You don't have to. But guys, just have a great day. I'm going to check you out next time around.